I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with your feeder flash for Thursday, August the 24th. You may not be able to see it by looking at the board or just looking at Ag News, but we're really at a cliffhanger this week on our cattle trade, our fed cattle trade. Your packers are wanting to take it below $1.10 for the first time this year. Your feedlots are really clinging to that, not wanting to give that up because we're not sure where the next stopping place is. Some people say technically it's at 105, but you can't depend on technically. And we'd really like to dig into this 110 and hold on to it. A lot of people are hoping for a better cattle on feed report at the end of the week, and they may hold out for that. But you look at the board here on Wednesday, live cattle futures October down $1.55 to end the day on Wednesday at 106.17. Your August ended the day at 105.65, so that's more of a basis if we were able to keep that $1.10 than usual. Packers probably thinking they're going to be able to get this thing down to $1.08 or something like that. And like I said, it's really tooth and nail this week. Feeder cattle futures October down 57 cents at 141.70. You look at your fats, what's traded this week. You know, the past several weeks I've said that we've had some people coming in on Monday and Tuesday and just giving up the market. We haven't seen that so much this week. We've seen a little bit of trade. You always see a little bit of trade. There's been about 1,300 head so far for the week, all at a dressed price of 173, which we had a few at 173 last week. So that's by far not established and not the market. 175 is really the market. Show you how much these Packers are playing hardball. Fed Cattle Exchange offered not quite 1,100 head on Wednesday morning there. Zero sold. Packers didn't really try at all. That's the second week in a row they didn't really try at all on the Fed Cattle Exchange. You know, when that deal first come out, had a lot of big push. There's some big outfits behind it. Superior, some big feeders, some guys that have some influence with some packers, things like that. Acted like they were going to come in and act like that they don't collaborate, act like that they don't participate in collusion whenever they're buying fat cattle, when anybody that's in the know knows that they do. Totally monopolistic, control the market, and now that they're really wanting to put a strain on this market and take it down, then they're not even acting like they want to participate in an open market anymore. And so that just shows you how tough it's getting. You look at your feeder cattle markets on Wednesday there, your real-time index late in the day on Wednesday, 141.20 down 60 cents. So markets were generally lower a little bit, but not a whole lot. Look at your big Wednesday sales. OKC West, 5,300 head for the two-day sale. They didn't have quite 1,000 head of calves on Tuesday, so about 4,000 head of feeder cattle. They called the feeders $1 to $3 lower there on Market News. If you look at the Beef Market Central market report automated there, you can see it's clearly right in there, $2 to $3 lower. You look at your 7-weight steers, 1,279 of them, average 753 at 143.45. Another big Wednesday market, Dodge City, Kansas, at Winter Livestock, had 2,500 plus there. If you look at that automated market report, you can see that the cattle weighing under 800 pounds were generally $2 to $5 higher, and we've seen that be higher on calves, especially through the central parts of the U.S. because it's been so wet and just so much forage out there to eat. The wheat, the early wheat prospects are outstanding. But you look at the bigger feeding cattle weighing over 800 pounds, steady to $1 lower, and that's not too bad. And on there, on the 8 weights there, 408 head of 800-pound steers, 8-weight steers, averaged 867 at 141.05. Individual quote, you look further up in the Midwest there, St. Joe, Missouri stockyards at 9:30 in the morning had 57 head of 646-pound steers, bring 165. That's your feeder flash for Thursday.